Welcome to Sad Boys, a podcast about feelings and other things also. I'm Jarvis.
I'm Jordan.
And today we have a very special guest. I'm so excited because longtime fans of Sad Boys will know this person, but we actually haven't seen them in like 5 years.
Yeah.
It is one of our favorite people. She's a writer. She's a beautiful producer of audio dramas, a star. I always say a star of stage and screen. I just love saying that phrase.
Sure, why
Lauren
not?
Shippen. Lauren Shippen, everybody.
Hello.
The crowd goes wild. How are you?
I'm good. It's been 8 years since I was last on this show, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, I like went and looked back. And,
I remember because we were recorded at your place.
Yes.
And on the couch.
Yep.
And I remember talking about AO3.
Yep.
I
Sounds right.
vaguely remember that.
Just statistically, that would make sense.
Yeah. I remember you and I were wearing the same outfit.
Yeah. And we have a photo.
We do.
Oh my God.
Because that's still both of your contact photos in my phone.
Oh my gosh. So Lauren is a longtime friend of ours, and Jordan and Lauren used to work together on audio drama stuff.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
And
foundational.
You were
co-founder of Atypical Artists right here.
We were one of the you were one of the first people that I met in LA just through Jordan, because before we even moved down here, I think because you moved first.
You were a load-bearing friend.
You were a load-bearing friend.
Essential pillar in place.
Well, because I met both of you in San Francisco.
Yes.
At PatreCon.
Oh, I was like PatreCon or PodCon, because remember all those cons?
Yeah.
But it was PatreCon.
Yeah.
I do remember those cons with some fondness. And then, and then a little bit of the iconic con experience of like, the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. Yep. Very
I'm
much
just kind of like, do you guys you don't have coffee? Okay.
What a weird, we talk about this like a lot, just almost not really even recognizing that version of ourselves, especially transitioning out of the tech industry and kind of what the tech industry has become really since we left. It's really, it's very interesting.
I've been having this weird, like, because we knew you were coming on the show and we were talking about it a little bit. And I got locked in my head about like, at some point in the last 10 years, time stopped mattering completely.
Mm-hmm.
True.
And I'd say about a decade is as long as about 2 years now. Like if I haven't seen someone for 2 years,
nature of time.
You might have been a decade ago, something like that. Like we last saw each other at a friend's wedding, but you could have told me that was 7 years ago.
Yeah.
And I could have gone like, yes.
You also could have told me it was last summer.
Right.
Like, sure.
Yeah.
I think that the Zoomers who listen to this podcast and soon to be the what are we going to call the Gen Alpha? The Oomers? The
Oomers.
Them lot.
But I think that like a thing about aging is that due to the relativistic nature of time, when you live a year as like a 10-year-old, that's 10% of your life.
Right.
And then when you live a year as a 100-year-old, that's 1% of your life.
Yeah.
And so over time, each passing day represents a smaller fraction of your life, and it starts to shrink time. And so then years go by and you're like, what happened? What do you mean it's been 8 years since you've been on the show?
So a really like crazy experience that I had in regards to that is I'm here in LA working on this production for my next audio drama. And one of the lead actors, when we were doing callbacks, it was like video callback. And I'm like, thanks so much for taking the time, all this sort of the spiel that you give to actors when you do callbacks with them. And she was like, no, this is really exciting for me because like I was listening to The Bright Sessions, my first show, when I was like 14.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God. And now like she's in my show. And that just like expanded that compression of time in such a way in that moment that I was like, oh God.
Very nice compliment, but don't say the age.
It's nice to hear, but it does create like an existential like look in the mirror when someone sends me a DM that's like, hey, just finished my PhD. I started listening to you when I was in diapers.
Exactly.
Was a 20-year-old diaper user by any chance? Ever since I was in high school as a teacher.
No, it's crazy. But how have you been?
Good. I moved up to Seattle 5 years ago, and that's been great. Like, it's been nice to...
Seattle's nice.
Yeah, Seattle's beautiful. And like, I'm from New York originally. I missed seasons.
Boom.
So it's nice to have
There's
seasons.
nice nature in Seattle. There's Mount Rainier.
Yeah.
There's easy transit to, it's like less, I feel like when I've gone to Seattle, which in my early days was due to the tech industry because obviously, you know, you got Amazon, Microsoft out there, and of course PodCon and PAX. You got
PAX West. Yeah,
PAX West. Yeah, what's so funny is back in my day, there wasn't PAX East. I went to the first PAX East in 2010, and so it used to just be PAX.
I thought PAX East was the original.
PAX East started in 2010 in Boston.
East Coast bias.
And then,
so true.
We had to start. It used to just be PAX and PAX East, and then they got the one in Texas, and now they have PAX Aus, and they have PAX Unplugged. It's like become a whole like industry.
Look what they took from us.
It reminds me of like I was talking to Nicole Byer about. I guess because you'll find out. I was on her podcast. It'll come out in like a month, but she was like, I was in. I want to say Indiana. At the same time, this thing called Gen Con was happening. And I was like, oh my God, Gen Con. Yeah, Gen Con is like one of the oldest conventions because it's like, it's a general convention. And it comes from a time when like, you just needed to get a big enough group together that cared about anything nerdy or interesting to make it an event. And it also, to me, is famous for being the place that Magic the Gathering product was made first available for purchase in large quantities in 1993. Really?
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, in your case, you're like, I think probably
out of Seattle, Wizards of the Coast. Eh?
You're the reigning like cleric of fandom in my mind.
Yes, you are.
You've had adjacency to that for longer than I've known. I think I learned the term from you. I have like AO3 is a thing in my.
If anyone ever makes an AO3 reference, or if I make an AO3 reference, I think of being on your couch.
Oh, that makes me really, really happy.
Astral project, mustache flies off, tattoos disappear.
Time travel. I mean, I take that honorific very seriously. Yeah. Like being sort of like an ambassador for fandom is something I love doing, and actually, like I did that so hard that. Yeah, my current show, Phantom Pulse, the one I'm here for, one of our executive producers is Tumblr.
Oh, that's awesome.
Like Tumblr like gave us money.
It's like you had those crazy college years where it was like, whoa, I was acting wild.
Yeah, I had to like, I was like figuring myself out.
I had to find myself, and I
think Game of Thrones.
They aren't owned by Yahoo anymore.
No, they're owned by Automatic.
And I don't even know what that is.
They own like WordPress and like a bunch of like other kind of like blogging platforms and stuff. But no, I mean, I've been on Tumblr for 17 years, and I've like not left, and it's been really fun to like kind of see the arc of how it's changed, and like basically since Twitter sort of imploded, a bunch of people have come from there, and so now there's this like young new generation on Tumblr, and it's like thriving again.
I'm excited about that.
Yeah, it's great.
Like one of the like last people on the Titanic for Twitter, and
You're
it's
still
mostly
on.
because it's mostly
one of the musicians.
Because it's mostly for like live action sport or like sports stuff as it's happening.
Sure. Yeah.
Or I have like these Twitter lists of my like little niche interest communities, and that is like. While I'm still getting stuff out of those, I like don't really post, and I do a lot of muting. I do a lot of muting. I do a lot of hiding of specific words because Twitter does this thing where if you like look at a tweet about any topic, your entire feed becomes that thing.
Yeah, if you linger for a millisecond.
If you linger for a second. And so...
You must be into beheading?
Yeah. It's like, and so you want to see the worst videos in the world,
cat torture?
Right? Yeah.
My friend sent me like a cute video about a cat dancing, and so next up in the algorithm is, Singaporean car crashes. Okay.
Well, also, I mean, being people who are like talking about the internet and internet culture, like you do kind of have to know what's going on because it's still ground zero for like certain things.
It is, but it's interesting because for as much as I talk about TikTok content or we talk about TikTok stuff here, I'm a tourist on TikTok still. I don't like if I'm left to my own devices, I'm not scrolling TikTok. I'm reading the replies of some sort of rage bait post on Twitter and going to people's profiles and seeing if they're a bot or not, or if they're just like a really mean person. Yeah. Like there's something about that for me that
you're doing archaeology. You're doing a little bit.
Kind of like Jane Goodall for
You're exactly like Jane Goodall.
Lauren,
living among them.
Yeah, you are to this day, I think one of the most prolific writers. You are like Alexander Hamilton. How do you write like you're running out of time person?
Thank you.
And we have expressed on this show that we're worried about you. You're burning the candle at both ends. How does she do it? and you're still doing it. You're still killing it. You're LeBron James. Like, you know, like how are they still operating at this level? How are you doing? How is life? How is your mental?
Can you survive?
I mean,
are you going to turn to dust from writing too much?
Potentially, yeah. So
okay.
like this year, like 2026 is kind of my last year to just like throw everything at the wall and see what I can make work.
Right, because you're going to space.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And I'm not coming back.
Okay, I mean, look, I wouldn't either. But the
they
state
are
of things,
sending me to Mars.
Yeah, okay.
Because I'm the most qualified person to be doing that.
It's going to be a pretty quiet, good period of write.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like I am an introvert. You know, that doesn't sound like a bad time.
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
But no, I mean, you know, anybody who's watching this, I'm sure you guys also feel this, like the entertainment industry writ large over the last couple of years has had a hard time.
Oh, absolutely.
And, you know, when we started Atypical, there was sort of like the golden age of podcasting and money coming into podcasting.
Definitely.
And we were able to like ride that wave for a little while.
Right.
And that's since kind of left. And like, I also write books, and publishing is really weird at the moment, or has been really for like the last decade. And so I got to the end of last year and I was like, oh, like my runway is so short. Like I'm working on these various projects and I've got these originals, but like it's so hard to make anything work sustainably. Like what you were saying before we were recording about, like, you know, like just being sort of stable and sustainable, and that sort of being like the ultimate goal. Like I really feel that. And that's like where I'm trying to get to. And so this year I was just like, all right, I'm going to try everything. I'm going to like really burn the candle down to its nub.
Yeah.
And then if that doesn't work, I'm just going to like get a normal job for a little bit, and we'll see, you know, how that goes.
And I think that's very relatable to people. Like, because it's a thing, and it's also not like a sentence of you can never revisit. It's just that, like, it's like when you see an actor who is on a show and then like someone like posts, this person was on the Cosby Show and now they're like at a grocery store. And it's like, okay, but like
they were at the grocery store during the Cosby Show.
So like,
and
that impacts you how? Like, it's like people are like, we're all trying to like figure this out.
Well, and what's been amazing is I've been like, part of this has just been being really like honest on Instagram about this and sort of like being like, okay, here's what I'm doing. I'm going to tell you what works. I'm going to tell you what doesn't. I'm going to tell you how I'm spending my time. And the amount of messages that I've gotten from colleagues over the past 6 months of just being like, oh my God, thank you so much for like saying this stuff out loud. Like friends who like have written on really successful TV shows, friends who have had sold out book tours and things like that. And who are just also like kind of thinking, can I actually do this long term?
We have a lot of friends in like comedy and stuff. And it's like actors, writers who've written on extremely successful shows are like, so how does that YouTube thing work? You know? And it's like, and for me, half the time I'm nerding out even talking to these people because I am such a, you know, fan of their work. And it just speaks to, it's a little frustrating of the time that we're in, especially with like creative works when it comes to like AI and how that's kind of being forced everywhere. And the, you know, the higher ups want to, they want all of the output with as little of the investment as possible. They want to maximize and have no interest in, like, a lot of these things are just investment vehicles for them rather than like passion. And
very kind of short-sightedly compromising the quality of something they would be making and might actually. I just watched a video this morning from Totally Not Mark put out a video with a lot of anonymous but very credible stories and accusations from the Australian animation team that just put out the new Avatar Legend of Aang movie. It's called Legend of Aang, the movie, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Came out decently. I think people like it. I haven't seen it yet.
Good things.
I watch grown-up stuff. And I play with Warhammer. No, I mean, I'll get around to watching it. I did expect there'd be some pushback to it because it's a property that means a lot to so many people.
Right.
And apparently there was a lot of pushback on the script and rewrites and the like. But then there's just the most cliched, unsurprising story of a bunch of the roles that were being paid at a reasonable price got outsourced overseas. And then those, specifically a story of the Korean animation studio that they were farming a bunch of work out to, found out about the salaries that the Australian teams were making, which were relatively meager normal animation salaries, and were like borderline going on strike It's like, what the hell? We make 1/5 of that.
I mean,
Whoa.
it's like good for them.
Yeah,
because
seriously.
You need those people
Yeah.
only. Everybody above that is sometimes helpful but optional.
I think it's
you need the guy with the ink.
Yeah, you need the people who actually do the thing.
Really big.
Have you ever seen those videos of like someone who is like doing? It's like maybe it's like some sort of factory line or something, but the people doing it have such precise technical skills,
insane speed.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that is the moneymaker. Like that's the thing that like we
There's
don't
no such thing as
value
unskilled
enough.
labor, right?
Exactly.
Like,
There's no such
yeah.
thing. And it's like, and the skill is so high, and it's just like not. It's like unrecognized genius. It sometimes feels like, and I see that with animation. Like the people who are doing especially like hand drawn or back in the day, like the frame by frame stuff. It's like, how are these people able to do this? It's like you look at a storyboard and then you're able to like tween like these frames in like a perfect on model way, like without any kind of technical assistance. Like it's such an impressive skill. And then for that to be the thing that's not like interesting or impressive. And it's like, well, if we can just, even shows like South Park, it's like, oh, okay, well, we figured out we could do this animation in Flash for like really cheap. And it's like, that's fine because it's like a vessel for like the writing and stuff like that. But then for like these artistic shows, it's like you find out an episode of, I used to listen to Family Guy audio commentaries when I was in like middle school.
Amazing.
Because I was always a nerd about, how the sausage is made. And I remember them saying it took like a year for an episode of Family Guy to get made. And I was like, what?
Yeah. I remember hearing that on The Simpsons and I'm like, but you do the, turn the computer on. Right? Don't you just type in, make me Homer?
Well, and I think that's how a lot of like executives and like sort of the stakeholders, the people with money view this stuff. It's sort of like, well, yeah, I mean, like, but I could just drop in and just do that. I could drop in and write a script. I could drop in and lead a movie. I could drop in and direct this, whatever.
Just draw it.
Yeah, just draw it. Just draw it.
I could draw something right now.
Like, we could just have AI do this. And it's like, yeah, but it'll look terrible.
It's revealing that those people are like so deeply uncreative and unable to, like when they finally illustrated the idea that's in their head, you realize that it was nothing.
Yeah, oh yeah. I mean, we've all been, in our case, or in my case at least secondhand, but I'm sure in your case firsthand, receiving notes on something you've been working on with genuine passion and you has like actual like spiritual value and will resonate with people to at least to some degree, and like it's exactly the thing you wanted to write and you've shown it to other people you respect and they like what you have, and then the feedback you get is just like, so do you need this cat? Can we change all the characters?
Yeah. Can we like blow something up real quick? Would that be cool?
Can we make it so Black Widow's sad about she can't have a baby?
Analytics are saying that like 18 to 25-year-old men want a character who's hot. So could you make one of these characters hot?
This episode of Sad Boys is sponsored by Quince.
August is the perfect time to hit reset before the autumn rush begins. And honestly, I can't think of a better place to start than my closet.
Hey, listen up.
Okay.
I got a secret for you.
Tell me.
It's all about fewer, better pieces. Okay? Clothes made with premium materials, built to last, the kind you actually reach for day
after day.
Day after day. Reach and gimme.
And they specialize in everyday staples that work harder, okay? Like the ultra soft organic cotton tees, premium Mongolian cashmere sweaters, versatile, timeless, and they go straight from a casual workday to a dinner out. We're rocking them right now.
Oh, well, I mean, we're having a casual workday, but
I might go out to a fancy dinner right now.
At this point, with my fit,
it's 11 a.m. I say we go to dinner.
They'll let us because of the way we look.
Because of the way we look.
If you're still, as we all have been in the past, hanging on to the same worn-out, ratty basics that you've had rattling around for too long, Quince makes it easy to upgrade.
It's another secret. Premium denim and tailored chinos for just $60. With the fit, structure, and quality fabric you'd expect from a luxury designer brand.
Everything at Quince is priced 50 to 80% less than similar brands.
But that sounds like you're paying for quality and not markup.
That's right. And it's not just clothing.
What?
I'll have you know, Quince has everything.
Okay.
This one is no secret, but I'm going to tell you anyway.
Okay.
Quince has everything from quality bedding, like hotel quality bedding, to bath essentials.
Well, next thing you're going to tell me is they have premium cookware and travel must-haves.
I was.
What? Upgrade your everyday. Download the Quince app for app-exclusive offers or go to quince.com/sadboys. Get free shipping on your order and 365-day returns. Now available in Canada and the UK too.
Well.
Yeah, so that's you.
Oh, I'm Canadian.
That's QUINCE.com/sadboys. Thanks to Quince for sponsoring this episode. Now back to the episode.
God, and the second screen thing is so real. Like,
oh my God.
Like, okay, well, we just have to explain everything to the audience now, and it's like
the like Emily in Paris effect, where it's like not a indictment on Emily in Paris in specific, but like in investor calls and things with Netflix, they spoke about how they wanted more things like Emily in Paris, where it was like cheap to produce and it was like second screen content and stuff. And
it's very just like inconceivable to a lot of these people as to why you wouldn't do that.
right.
It's like, well, no, but like, because then they can be consuming more stuff. And it's very, I think it's, if you try to make the closest argument you can maybe make, as if you're like a great orator and you can, you know, you're a Chris Nolan, lots of scarves type, and you're able to like leverage a little bit of your prestige and be, and be like, hey, people will like it less. And then there'll be less word of mouth and there'll be less ticket sales. And you can kind of like backwards engineer a reason that art should be good for these baby eating ghouls. But you can't really do that if you are a independent director working on one episode of 1,000 episode a year animation. And you're like, what? Because people won't like it. Because people won't like it, and then they'll like you less, and they'll watch it less, and people hate the Avatar live action show because they made it bad. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, and also just trying to tell people like art actually just has value in of itself. Like that's an impossible argument to make.
What do you mean? Like that doesn't, my
Yeah.
earnings call is not going to respect that sentiment.
That's them. Like it's like they're investing in real estate, and we're saying like you actually need to remove 2 of the walls. They're like, what? But it will be worse.
No, but it's actually it's 50% cheaper. We know the analytics show us it's 50% cheaper to remove half the walls.
Yeah.
And
so
the
let's do
tenant.
that.
If we kill the tenant, actually, there's very little damage.
Hang on, write that down.
I think like food can be a good metaphor because it's like we need to eat to live, but like we also all enjoy food that tastes good.
Yes.
And like nobody
Yes.
argues against like food tasting good. Like that's something we can all agree upon, even if it's not good for you. You know, food often tastes good. And it's like, I think it's the same thing with art, right? Where it's, we need art to live. Like I think that in the same way we need socialization to live, like, you know, things that human beings have been doing forever.
Right.
And like, it's better when it tastes good.
As the CEO of Soylent, I disagree, but does that company still exist?
I
believe so.
Does it really?
They sell huge buckets of powder now, which is, I think, more respectable than the individual drinks because the bucket of powder implies you are livestock. It's nice and clear and says like, hello, meat. You need to keep eating warm bodies.
I have known some people in my life who are like, I don't enjoy food or eating.
I've met those people as well.
I just want nutrients. And it's like, that's fine. That's fine for you. That's what Soylent is for.
Right. And there's a community of you and you guys can talk about how much you don't like food or whatever. But
there is, I'm sure there's a very fun subreddit about it.
Oh my God, like the
food free.
What was it? Yeah, dog free subreddit. Food like the taste free.
Taste free.
There's a in the vein of the food analogy as well. I do feel like part of the thing that makes discarding creativity possible in the minds of some of these people is that you also treat the audience like cattle, and that they won't have the media literacy. They don't know what they want, but you don't need to know how to cook to know what you like eating.
Yes, that's such a good point.
You will go to like people. Obsession had an explosion in popularity, and it wasn't because a bunch of people watched the 19-hour "Is Bear a Good Guy" video. It's because people saw the movie and went like, "I liked watching that."
Yeah,
and it's spooky. I'm going to tell my friend, not like, and here's a list why.
It reminds me a little bit of like something like the original Halloween or like Blair Witch Project, where it's like these projects that they were working on shoestring budgets because those were the constraints. And then they happened to find like kind of outsized success from that. But then it becomes oh, someone found a 10,000% multiple on their investment. How do we repeat that?
Yes.
And it's
we
like,
just make the same thing over and over again.
Right. And it's like the thing that was interesting was the creatives and the constraints, not the form factor of like
the presentation is so much of it.
Yeah.
It's like, you like Blair Witch, so like the camera should be bad?
Right,
Yeah,
exactly.
what's
Yeah. Well, and then oftentimes too, like those creators are immediately given a blank check and no notes, and it's then their next thing isn't very good. And it's like, and I'm, like I want creators to get paid, but I do think that there is like there's like a fence that we need to put up around how to make something. Like budgets have ballooned to such a degree where it's like, if you just sort of have like unlimited money and unlimited freedom when it comes to like how much feedback your collaborators are giving you and things like that. Nobody's ever telling you no, or nobody's ever being like, that's kind of a stupid idea. Don't do that. Or like, this movie is too long or whatever.
Right.
Then like you stop making good things.
Yeah.
What was the budget of the He-Man movie, Jacob? Would you mind checking that? It is outrageous.
Well, that's the thing, because this has all been this has all been discussed, but it's like movies people have talked about how there are no like mid-budget films now. It's like everything is
170, 200
everything is either $200 million
and
then it needs to make $1 billion to break even because of all the advertising spend and stuff.
Well, that's the thing, because they never include the marketing budget in the listed budgets, and that's always like at least $40 million on top of it.
I never want to attribute like this is like regardless of the quality of the movie, I'm a person in the world, so I haven't seen the He-Man movie, but along with everyone else. But I don't want to make that like the rubric of was it good or not, as by the fact they made $30 million.
Even getting something made though,
that is like of value, and things don't get made with no one that cares about it. They're all
exactly. And there are talented people involved in every production.
Oh my God, yeah.
But it's the blame I feel is more on the executive level. Many such cases where the complaint I would make is, hey, I don't think you should have put this movie in theaters. That just wasn't viable. It's not that there are no fans of that property.
But who was the audience of this movie?
I could have told you that.
Because He-Man was on reruns when I was a kid, and this movie doesn't seem like it's for people like my age.
It's like, okay, well, movies like this are either supposed to be pure nostalgia or built inside a universe that I'm bouncing to on a streaming platform, and then it has that like Netflix white text Harlan Coben's He-Man or whatever. Yeah. Or it's supposed to be, I don't know, maybe if it's animated and it's produced by a recognizable studio in a recognizable style, like an Illumination style, then it's I'll take my kids and I remember this property.
Yeah.
But this is dad by himself. I'm going to go and see this movie with Jared Leto.
Oh God, that's right, because he's Skeletor, isn't he?
Yeah.
I got a lot of enjoyment out of the trailer of this, which
raw talent.
I saw the trailer and I didn't know that this was a movie, and so I got the experience. I got the experience of being like, "Is this a He-Man movie?" And then I was like sitting next to somebody, and then I was like, "They're gonna say I have the power," and then that's how it ends, and I'm like, "Yes!" And then that's better than seeing the movie for me. I got enough out of that.
Well, like I assume that they're trying to capture what happened with Iron Man, right? Which is that it's like okay, we took a property that like some people are passionate about, but that most people like alive have
relatively
not really
unknown,
heard of, right? And like, but I think the important thing with that was like, okay, we're taking an actor who was once beloved and has kind of had a fall from grace and needs a redemption arc, and we're gonna let the director and writer just sort of do it was kind of that nothing to lose.
And it was like there's almost this allegorical thing with like how Tony Stark's character is portrayed with Robert Downey Jr's personal arc. There's a meta commentary. I think that one of the things here is it's like a bottom up versus a top down approach.
Yes.
Where what we're seeing here is like people in a boardroom saying, okay, we need 5 $200 million movies. And it's like, you're starting from, because I don't think all these movies need exactly $200 million to be made.
Bobby, it was Little Piece of Plastic. And I think people went to go see it because it was Little Piece of Plastic. So it must be
that.
Bobby for the boys, maybe?
I'm going to Google other pieces of plastic and then license 100 different movies in hopes that one of them hits like Barbie did.
And like, what was the budget of Obsession? Probably like
it was like
$30 million. Yeah, it's like, you can make 10 movies.
I think it was sub 1 million before marketing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe so. It's like
oh my God.
Yeah, I do think it had
cheap.
a lot of marketing.
Half the budget was there's a bunch of tape on a door at one point, and I think that was probably most of the cash.
But Anyway, well, before we get into some of our like current events, goofs and gaffs type stuff, normally we do this at the end, but in case, Lauren, you wanted to talk about, is it Phantom Pulse? Is there anything you can say about the new project that you're working on?
Yeah. So it's an audio drama, and it is about a 90s rock band that can banish ghosts with their music.
Whoa.
And so the first season, they're touring around and playing gigs, but then also like fighting ghosts. And it's sort of about these 5 people, and it's about America and grief and all of the stuff, queer found family. And we also wrote a whole album that's going to be coming out this fall.
So sick.
Yeah. Evan and I wrote a whole album,
awesome.
90s rock album.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
And so, it's 16 episodes, 10 song album. The album will be coming out sometime this fall. The show will come out sometime next year. We have an amazing cast. Erica Ishii, who I think you guys know, is in it. Yeah, they're the best. Brigham Snow, our co-founder of Atypical, is in it. And
fellow decade ago alum of the Sad Boys podcast.
Yeah, true. He was like on one of the first video episodes,
he's on
I think.
the first or the second video ever.
I believe during PodCon.
That's right, because it's like
it's
you guys were like in a hotel room.
It's truly, all of these memories are the Nick Fury walking in. The post credits.
Even Erica Ishii and I, we are both mutual friends with Iffy and Emily, and when they got engaged, it was the first time we met. It was a New Year's engagement this past New Year's. It was the first time we met in person, but we have so many mutual friends that it was kind of like, hey, okay, I've heard so much about you. Now I've heard so much about you, and they're like awesome. And
like a crazy, another like decade time thing. Erica and I know each other because we were in a web series about D&D 10 years ago.
That's wild.
And so we were, like filming that back in 2015, 2016.
Yeah. Like Tom Holland's allowed to, Tom Holland's 49 years old and he's allowed to play an 11-year-old. I think we should be allowed to just start saying we're 22 again.
Yeah, I like that.
What are you going to do?
What are you going to
do? Robert Pattinson's doing it, so I'll do it.
I'm so excited for Robert Pattinson's Silly Voice movie this year, primetime.
I don't know.
It's about Chris Hansen, the To Catch a Predator stuff.
Playing Chris Hansen, and he's doing a punch in front of a mirror, and he's doing such a little voice.
He's like the king. I think it's a really like a good impression. Some people. There's always, and this is, I know because I read these replies, people are like, it sounds nothing like it. This is horrible. This guy sucks. He should be taken up back and shot or whatever. Like
he's Batman.
But I think it's like very chilling. Like, because when he puts on a funny voice, Mickey 17, I'm like, okay, funny. That's a funny voice. Chris Hansen was like, oh, this is
eerie.
It's eerie. Yeah. But and then also the subject matter is very like dark, but it also is about immoral actions that were taken during the production of the show. And it's another instance of where you care more about the production than finding justice for victims and stuff.
This episode of Sad Boys is sponsored by ZocDoc.
Have you ever put off making an appointment due to phone anxiety or endless phone tag only to finally call and find out the next opening is months away? It's happened to me.
Yes. Why do you ask?
Well, ZocDoc is a free service that helps you, find and book appointments with a doctor that fits your needs.
ZocDoc, get this, allows you to search and compare local in-network doctors across over 200 specialities.
What? And I'm looking at the website now, and ZocDoc's website has tons of reviews from real patients and detailed doctor profiles to help you choose the right one.
But you can see their actual appointment times.
And click to instantly book an appointment.
You're out of your mind.
No, man. Your health matters. And taking care of yourself shouldn't be complicated. Find and book the right doctor with ZocDoc.
Do it, like, for real, though, because you probably should be going doctor a bit more.
And appointments, they happen fast. Whoosh, that was it. Typically, between 24 to 72 hours, you can even book same-day appointments.
Universal ZocDoc experience. I do need to go to the dermatologist, but it's so... I've booked it. Okay.
I do need to go to the dermatologist, and I'll do it with ZocDoc. Head to ZocDoc.com/sadboys to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list.
ZocDoc.com/SADBOYZ.
Thanks to ZocDoc for sponsoring this episode today.
Thank you, ZocDoc.
Let's talk about this eBay scandal. So here's the story all about how
how's your life?
I think it got turned upside down because
take a minute.
There were some some people who, Jacob, is this right? They criticized eBay.
Yeah. So there is this older couple that has basically a newsletter about e-commerce. and they were talking about eBay in a way that apparently eBay officials didn't like, and then
who cares?
eBay employees.
What's an eBay official?
The eBay police.
Yeah.
No, but
they
it's
took matters into their own hands, and they reacted really poorly.
Well, yeah, it's like random, like, I don't know if it's like rank and file eBay employees, but it was like random eBay employees. It's like if someone had a mean tweet about the new Patreon redesign, and then we went to their house. You know what
we brought the Pinkerton.
Yeah. No, it's like, because I think they, like, there was this
like
harassment
John Marston
settlement.
at the end of Red Dead. Walking out of the house.
Yeah. eBay is a wild, wild place. I'm a frequenter of eBay because I love to buy random shit.
I love eBay.
I've recently been on the hunt for this old issue of a Thomas the Tank Engine universe book. What's the green one?
It's Henry
something. And in a 1950s printing, they like use the N-word in like the worst way. And I want to find the printing because I've seen like a photo of it, and I need it. Need it.
You should just be able to be like, you have to send this to me for free.
Now
this
here's
is
the
reparations.
I do own 1 or 2 copies of this book because I was in hopes of it being the proper one, and then I had a lead, and it was a very, very old like 1950s copy of a Thomas the Tank Engine book, British by the way, and the seller was like, "Oh, the description is wrong. It's actually this other book. Do you still want it?" And I'm like, I can't explain to you why. The answer is no.
It depends.
Let's
is
just
there
give me
anything
a
in
refund.
I'm trying to think of like the person that owns a Thomas the Tank Engine book from the 50s with the N-word in it, who is then listing that on eBay with full knowledge of the fact that that's in the book.
I essentially have the answer to that, and it was at one point my mom, because she used to do a lot of vintage resell stuff. We would go to like a car boot sale.
I have a lovely vintage purse that she gave me still.
That's her
Wait,
style.
that's awesome.
Just check it out. She was very lootable. She always had an inventory.
Dude, she did not go in a PvP zone, dude. She would drop so much loot.
She would measure and all the rings pop out.
Yeah, dude. Oh my god.
She would often, give a lot. She was a little goblin. If you get her, she drops like a set of cocktail stirrers or something. But she would do a lot of resales and stuff. We'd go to like car boot sale and somebody selling a lamp for £2, and then you buy it, and then she uses whatever kind of visual calculus brain chip she had in the back of her brain to go, this is an Art Deco design from Blvd, and then resell it for proportional price.
Just a one woman Antiques Roadshow.
And there is a lot of buying in bulk where you'll get old advertising booklets and stuff like that, where up to and including a Pears soap used to be soap brand that is an image of a little black boy being dipped in the bath with the soap so good he comes out white.
That's some pretty good soap.
That's crazy soap.
That shit is powerful.
Maybe a
vintage
bit
from 1997.
He just pulls him out as a skeleton.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's like
Just lie.
hydrochloric acid.
Do you hate your baby?
Yeah.
This morning, eBay has agreed to pay nearly $56 million to a Massachusetts couple.
Do you think that, like, in the future, people will think that we talked like this?
Oh.
You know, because like broadcaster voice.
Like how
that's interesting.
we think that everyone sounded like Humphrey Bogart now.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Or the one where it's like you got the mic and, okay, so today we're doing a day in the life of me. I make candles and I sell them on Etsy for $9,000.
In 2026, everyone was very soft-spoken and lived in a beige house.
They'll think that we did ASMR to each other in person.
The good news is
they had a peculiar. We believe they were hoping to generate rain for the harvest by tapping a small rounded object and saying, "Hiss, piss, piss, piss."
the good news is I attached a hard drive with episodes of Sad Boys onto Halley's Comet. So
the Earth is destroyed instantly.
Yeah, we'll be able to send a drone there in the year 3000 and get those episodes.
They'll be like, not worth visiting.
Let's skip that one.
I'm gonna pass.
This bloody pig Halloween mask was
hell?
just one of the items that Ina and David Steiner received at their home, along with a funeral wreath and live cockroaches and spiders.
By the way, let old people run newsletters. Come on.
100%.
This is such a lost art.
Oh yeah.
The fact that there's a couple that's been operating a e-commerce newsletter since 1999, that's rare that it's still like that's supposed to be lost media at this point.
This is
Yeah.
a, this
Let
is
them-
a
let them
YouTube
live.
YouTube reel called like this man in Pennsylvania makes shoes the old way. It's like probably like pulling a big lever and stuff. And I'm like, oh, he's so cute. GoFundMe makes $1 million. This is giving them so much more traffic, by the way,
Yeah,
than
absolutely.
like than not sending bugs to their house.
Also, if you're standing for a corporation enough that you're like harassing the critics, like what are you doing?
Who's standing for eBay of all companies?
Oh, and also talking of rebrands, giant black sign outside their building with the eBay text on the center. Looks like the monolith from 2001. They just showed it a second ago, right outside the building. Terrifying.
Oh, weird. Oh yeah.
It looks like a floating graphic.
Is this like
I think I thought it was a floating graphic.
is this in Menlo Park?
It must be.
I'm like I feel like I've ridden my Google bike when I was interning there past this.
It's in San Jose.
San Jose. Okay, that
Yeah.
tracks. I lived in San Jose when I interned at Google.
Home of the Winchester Mystery House.
Wow.
One of my favorite haunted places in America.
I've been there.
It's great,
It's
right?
the only haunted house I've been to.
I think.
See,
Oh no, I've been to other haunted places, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's a good one. It's a good tour.
of course you've been to other haunted places. Are you
That
kidding me?
did not need clarification.
Sorry, didn't say that out loud.
If not, that your Christmas present is a ticket. It's like that is so you.
Okay, so do we know who the harassers are? Have they been unmasked?
Yeah, who are the perpetrators
Yeah,
of
I
this very
believe-
weird crime?
It's
old
a group
man
of
winter.
10 eBay employees.
What?
That's so crazy.
Do they just-
get a life?
I guess.
What are
maybe they
their
don't
rules? Because
have a
they
lot to
better
do.
be like it better be like John eBay and family.
Yeah, they better have like so much stock.
Yeah.
You know?
Unless it's like the bug department. They don't sell
it's
bugs.
actually
right?
just the unsold haunted dolls on eBay
It's gifts
that are doing this.
But they're like they're evil, so they don't. It's like they're like a little henchman in A Nightmare Before Christmas.
yes.
Like we got you bugs and blood. You know, like
Just like a huge misunderstanding.
I wanted Christmas ornaments.
I feel like bugs shouldn't be allowed to be sold on eBay because this
they're
is saying
not,
like, oh, you
right?
can buy like like pinned one taxidermy, like sure, you can buy live feeder insects for like crickets for like lizards and stuff, as long as they comply with wildlife and live animal shipping regulations. And no, they're not. No, they're
Yeah.
not. I just don't believe that every
No.
single eBay seller that's selling bugs is gonna go through or even be checked.
This
on if
reminds
they're
me
doing
of
it right.
when that lady was selling pink sauce on TikTok Shop or whatever, and then didn't properly like
It was like dairy
package it,
products.
and so it
Pink sauce.
well, it was like fancy mayo or something like
Okay,
that.
gotcha.
But the
Viral marketing style.
it was a viral
Yeah.
like thing, and then she was selling it, and then it had like some sort of egg product in it, and it wasn't properly shipped, and then could like have like give you botulism
Oh
essentially.
Jesus.
And
Yeah,
it's
she
like,
was like pouring it into a shoebox,
Yeah.
wrapping it up
I
with
might be
twine.
wrong. I might be misremembering, but I think some people would like get their package, open it, and it like when they open the bottle, it would like explode.
oh yeah,
Because it was just like
shit.
so
Yeah.
Because it like fermented or something.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'm pretty sure there was like ranch in it, so there was like
Right.
dairy products.
Right.
Okay, I'm gonna read you the roles
Oh,
of
thank
the
you.
people
Please.
involved.
Thank you.
Assassin, mercenary,
Yeah, because I don't need.
Bug lord.
I'm not like
entomancer.
I don't want to harass them, but I do want to make fun of their job
So
title.
the
Because
people,
you will get cockroaches and spiders. on
Right,
your
that's what I'm
doorstep.
saying.
the people involved in who were part of the lawsuit, that were accused for sending these people terrible things and stalking them, were David Wenig, the CEO.
What? Actually, being the CEO is like so embarrassing because
That's-
this is a small, like little editorial. Like,
Yeah.
You run eBay. You
eBay.
Like, do we have any stats on like how many readers this newsletter had beforehand? Like before all of this came out?
Well, now
Now millions.
I wish. Man,
Um,
that's so silly.
Steve Weiner, the chief communications officer,
Oh my!
who texted several people, take her down. we are going to crush this lady, and I want to see ashes.
Excuse me?
Bro.
From his warlock tower?
I want to see ashes. All right, listen.
That's like what you said if you want to go to jail.
This guy's horrible, but I have to admit, I want to see ashes is a hard bar.
That's pretty metal. Yeah.
James Baugh, Senior Director of Safety and Security.
Oh, I bet.
David Harville, Director of Global Resiliency.
What?
I will defend us from every old lady.
That's like
The Director of
it's like
Global
a paladin.
Resiliency was the one who was charged with installing a GPS tracker on their car.
What the fuck?
Oh,
They were
yeah.
stalking these
They
people?
were stalking them.
Where?
Brian Gilbert,
Oh?
not
No
relation.
relation.
Hold on.
Senior Manager of Special Operations for Global
What is
Security.
that? Special ops.
SWAT.
Yeah, it's like the CIA of
It
eBay.
was Chris Kyle.
Yeah.
Jack Bauer.
Yeah, no, literally.
And then Stephanie Stockwell, Global Manager of Global Intelligence Center.
I'm sorry, her name is Stockwell?
Yeah, Stephanie Stockwell.
Interesting.
Great.
And wrote a fake person of interest report to feed police false suspect list and steer them away from eBay.
There's
It was his Hydra.
There's an eBay.
This is crazy.
I found there's an eBay whistleblower named John Share Price, and he says everything's fine.
Cash
So
chief
it literally
money.
was John eBay.
No,
And
it was.
It was John eBay.
eBay's like I think it's it's not run by its original founders. I don't think anymore. But to have such thin skin in a like mini $1 billion like market cap company,
Even see it.
Yeah.
To even reach.
how did you even find it? You got a Google alert
On eBay.
on eBay. Yeah.
It makes
Every
me,
day you get thousands
Yeah,
of emails
yeah,
from
yeah.
Google.
which just kind of makes me wonder, like, this is surely not the first critical article written about eBay in the last
Can't
10 years.
possibly.
I've certainly heard lots of things critical of eBay over the years because I, am in like little collector spaces and
Yeah.
stuff. And
haven't sent
there's a
them
lot to
scorpions.
complain. Like I have a friend who like runs a business that includes eBay as a large part of it. And I've heard all kinds of horrible shit about eBay.
And like, none of them got shipped like a pipe bomb or a bolt of lightning or
Yeah,
something.
no, he was sent a little gremlin that,
He's still trying to
that
get rid of
lives
it.
inside of his car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's
What?
just insane.
The Pig Halloween mask is a pretty funny one because that's just like spooky.
Yeah.
I think
They saw an episode of Black Mirror.
doing a bit of skimming here, the reason that the sort of like a executive suite felt threatened is because in their newsletter they've had friction with these people since 2009.
Oh,
So it's an old
and-
blood feud.
and
Isn't
they
that like the
This is like a
Punisher?
Drake versus Kendrick.
Yeah.
They're like
octogenarians.
they openly criticize eBay's like board and are advocating for like new people to step in.
So they
and,
had
like,
it coming,
So
is
it's
what
like their
you're
jobs
saying.
are
Yeah, so
threatened.
they were asking for it is what
Yeah.
well,
You
that's
come
like
for the
very,
bow?
but that's very normal, I feel. I think that like because look, I don't even know what their takes are and I might disagree with them, but if their whole I saw on their like byline or the line under their like word mark was like about empowering sellers. And so if it's like eBay sellers have plenty of access to grind against eBay because of fees and
Yeah.
eBay takes like a big percentage and there's like the way they handle like refunds and things. I'm sure there's like a big surface area of like issues to have.
'Cause, I mean, there's
Also,
always-
you're just allowed to criticize a company.
Yeah.
Like unless this old couple was like doxing the CEO and like slandering him specifically.
Why won't they send us a Halloween mask and bugs?
Yeah, Central
I'm sick of
Intelligence Officer.
eBay.
Her name is Lauren Shippen. I want to see ashes.
Red dot. I do. I mean,
It's just a
That's just
cigarette.
vaporized.
It's just like a cigarette ash.
there
don't
is
worry.
like in a way, like unsurprising crossover from what we were talking about before this, which is thin-skinnedness of executive roles.
Yeah.
Because they're so used to everything being easy and for them that as soon as you literally just levy like, hey, you maybe aren't doing exactly what I'm being set on fire.
There was a website called shitsenders.com, and I don't know if it worked, but it was like a website where you could order like various types of animal feces to send to someone's doorstep.
That has to be illegal.
I
Just from
think
like a biohazard standpoint.
I think it is illegal, but the thing was that it was like the early 2000s.
So,
And we didn't
yeah.
have laws back
the
then.
internet was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever.
You walk into a saloon, things were different back then. partner.
I am going to connect
Got a
this
turd
to
for it.
another story that Jordan, you'll want to hear this. So speaking of eBay and speaking of finding vintage goods and reselling and blah, blah, blah. I want to talk about Gary Vee.
Oh, brilliant.
So for those who don't know, Gary Vee is like I guess he's a marketing guy, but he's like most known for like posting a lot of content, having a lot of podcasts, and talking about investments. I think he owned a wine company in the past. And
Are you familiar with Gary Vee?
No, I'm not.
Oh
at
my
all.
gosh.
You would love him. You're a big fan of drop shipping.
Oh yeah.
What's funny is
yeah,
one of his things is like you've got to send like 100 DMs a day.
Yeah. You electrocute so much noise, and you need shell companies on shell companies on shell companies.
It's funny because I used to listen to his podcast when I was like in my early 20s because I was in my like rise and grind era.
It
Yeah.
feels like very, I'm sure, intuitive as a young, maybe like feeling disenfranchised kind of dude where you're like, well, not sure what I'm doing or where I'm at. I'll become a business guy. How do I become a business guy? I'll look up a business guy.
Yeah, and
I can pay $2,000 for his course.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah. So one of those
But
types.
he's like, I
Tai
think he's the
Lopez.
king of those people because he made all his money from like this advertising company that he owned. And he was just he wasn't a grifter in the traditional sense of like buy my course or whatever. It was more like he had this like multi-million-dollar advertising company or something. But then he just loved content and loved like the internet space, I guess. And then also just those type of people just get into everything like investment related. And so he's like friendly with like Logan Paul and all those people of the world. And
just all the best people.
all the best people.
Yeah.
What's frustrating is that like I like collect like various things like Pokemon cards and stuff. And so I've like, these people are like in the periphery sometimes.
Yeah.
And so I'm aware of like all of them. But Gary Vee, one thing he did was like, he talks a lot about like, or at least used to, one of his like content things was like going to garage sales and like finding like a Beanie Baby and like selling it on eBay and stuff. And it's like, you can make so much money doing this. And
you can cuddle them in the meantime.
Oh, and you know what? The only message, well, the thing is, I used to think that his messages were not like harmful. It was more just the packaging, because he would often talk about things like, oh, you know, if you think it's too late, his biggest thing that he still like reposts 100 times a week or whatever is like, if you think you're too old to start, like you're not, you've got so much time. And I'm like,
that's like generally
that's
a good
generally
message.
fine.
Yeah.
And it's just like, I think he comes from a place of capitalist brainedness, like chronic capitalism disease.
Yeah.
Rather than like sheer evil. Like I like, and
He's
that's,
lawful
that's
evil.
That's my
Right.
personal belief. I think it's like extreme capitalism disorder.
Yep.
And so
he's devout.
But
There
he's
is
like
nothing-
buying his own shtick. He's
It's
not.
very sincere.
he's buying his own
actively
shit because
grifting.
so I don't know if I've revealed this in the past, but I've gotten various DMs from Gary Vee. And these DMs are always, I don't know how I got my, I don't
This
know.
turns into an advertisement for Gary Vee.
Yeah.
I've got various
So if you
DMs,
use
it's actually
code
not bad.
Jarvis, and he's always selling something. And so his new thing is he has, and it's been around for years, by the way, it's not actually new. He has this thing called Vee Friends, which is essentially, imagine if something like, remember NFTs? Okay. Just remember them again. And that's kind of this idea. It's like really shittily drawn characters that are named like Intuitive Iguana and shit like that, or Gentle Giant.
Hell yeah.
And the
Dong,
art,
dong, dong, dong.
the art looks like clip art, like,
Oh,
or like something that would be an
come
NFT.
Where do I put my credit card info?
Right. No, 100%.
Oh,
Yeah.
wait, are they
That's how much we're going to
brand-
charge you. 100% of your credit limit.
Brand tie-ins? or
Amiable
like-
anchovy.
They don't have a single one that starts with X?
Yeah. Yeah. So,
Ambitious angel.
yeah.
Wow.
Wait, arbitraging admiral is really
That's
good.
really good.
That's one where he was in his bag. You know?
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
He's filled himself.
so
That was like the fifth idea.
so he's managed through his extreme networking skills, has managed to like do deals with like Tops and stuff, like like real like card manufacturers and stuff. And so there's like, I think there's cards for the Vee Friends. There's various like
Comic books,
products.
it looks
Yeah,
like?
it's look, Tops Chrome Vee Friends. Like
Wow.
and
It's a lot of designs that if you like see them at a distance, if your grandma's looking for the Spider-Man, my grandson wanted the Spider-Man.
and it's like, no, that's Suspicious Spider. Yeah, they have comic books. Like he's tried to like, it's like if you create, let's say Hello Kitty, and it's like a big deal. Then you go, okay, let's merchandise this. Let's do every possible vertical because Hello Kitty is extremely popular character. Imagine if you did all of that without popular characters. That is like what this is.
Yeah.
And it just feels like it feels like it leans into this like collectibles hype cycle that we've been in for the past couple of years.
Yeah.
We had this big boom around the pandemic, and then another big boom is happening recently. People are like punching each other at Costco for Pokemon cards, and they're like pulling children out of line to like steal their spot and stuff. And so all of this setup is to say that there is this Gary Vee clip that's been going around that has become a vocal stem for me.
Oh, I'm excited.
I'm going to ask about the 3 characters that you think are kind of the most slept on right now. Tenacious Termite, Creative Crab, and Happy Hermit Crab. Though the Gentle Giant's about to go through a massive glow up. And so if you're a Gentle Giant collector...
Gentle
Giant's getting a massive glow up.
Massive glow up.
Massive glow up. Gentle Giant's getting a massive. Intuitive Iguana is going to have its day.
It is funny seeing somebody like it again. It's like missing one of the corner pieces in the puzzle where like they don't know what fandom is.
Yeah.
Or like can't imagine why it would exist independent of like, well, why would you collect something?
Yeah.
Would affection? I don't know what that is.
It's like it's collecting something without the connection to it.
Yes.
If that makes sense.
Like what is
collecting
this?
is the and I guess that there is that like people collect stamps or coins.
Yes,
like,
but I think that there's a passion usually with like the history and even things with like people who collect old like bills and things like that.
Locations and
but there is also this like I'm a Pokemon fan and like I can note a tourist in the Pokemon, like people who collect like I collect Pokemon, but I also play the game. I'm like super engaged with the community, right? I was on a Pokemon collab video today with some Pokemon VGC YouTubers. And it's like, but you can also tell the people who it's like, they only know who Charizard is and they just think of it as a place to park their money.
Right.
And there's also like Saudi oil money. Like there's a lot of people going to Dubai to sell like $800,000 cards.
Jesus.
I know it's crazy.
Anytime I think of Dubai now, considering how many things have now been placed, how many like brick and mortar neon hat stores or whatever have been installed, like Mr. Beast Burger Zone. It's sounding more and more like the Vegas Strip.
I am
really
just walking in, being inundated by a guy.
I'm gonna let you know
like,
how it is. I'm doing a comedy show there. Pretty soon.
Me, Bill, Louis,
with all of the best comedians.
All my favorite guys. Actually,
me and Shane are gonna hit that up. I only use their first names because I'm so in the scene. I remember you being very kind of judicious about merchandising stuff. Like when we would talk about that, like I think healthily.
Yeah, I mean, like for me, I think like when it comes to the merch stuff for my stories, it's more of just sort of like I don't know how to market it because like so within fandom, there's sort of 2 big buckets of fandom participation, right? Outside of just like engaging with the thing itself, there's curative fandom and transformative fandom. And curative fandom is curation, right? It's collecting things, it's updating the wiki, it's sort of knowing everything about the world.
The text, existing.
Like canon text. And then transformative fandom is like fan art, fanfic, like engaging with discussions about what you think about the characters, et cetera, et cetera. And that's always been kind of my sphere. And that's not to say that I don't like own merch of like the fandoms that I'm in, but I think like the sort of curative side of fandom is something that I still don't like totally intuitively understand.
Yeah.
And so I never really know how to like give like my fans like what they want in that regard. Cause I'm just, cause it's like for me, I'm like, I want like maybe a t-shirt and like a print, but like everything beyond that, I don't really know. Like, it's just not my.
You only want the connective tissue that comes from that, which is 100% of what's missing from
I don't.
There's none of that.
Because like as someone who engages in that like curative part of fandom in some of the like fandoms that I'm a part of and has also like sold merch and stuff, I have no interest in creating that type of relationship with the media because I'm not creating the type of media that lends itself to that.
Sure.
And I think that you could kind of commodify or kind of like characterify yourself and maybe some people do that. It's like not my thing. And so I can understand like being like all of the things that I have like and people have seen me do this. It's like, if it's like a thing, like any of these like things I can tell a story about, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like The Infinite Noise here, this is written by like a big fat loser.
I flicked through that earlier today. It's not for me, to be honest with you.
No, but yeah, so it's like
Plug the trilogy.
there's some stuff that like
trilogy.
Plug the trilogy.
I wrote 3 books.
Yeah.
yeah, you wrote 3 books. You wrote 3 books.
You talked about burning the candle on both ends.
Like,
I remember,
I literally-
specifically writing when you were writing Infinite Noise and your bones were shaking.
Yeah. First book is the hardest.
There was
Just like kids.
the coolest thing ever was we had a group chat. That's like thanked in the beginning of
Yes.
there's an acknowledgement, and
yeah,
I'm like,
the boys.
I was very happy about that. But
I just realized the cover of our Patreon episodes, the RSS feed, is a Polaroid from your place.
yeah,
No way.
it
Address,
is.
your name.
Oh, it is. That's so true.
SSN.
That's awesome.
It's just your face. Yeah. They're like, who is this?
Finally getting an explanation.
Oh my God, it finally makes sense. But yeah, it's like, I think that just like for me, a lot of the stuff is like, it's anchored in my youth and things that like worlds that I became very invested in when I was young. And I don't know that I could build that relationship with anything moving forward. You know what I mean? Like
that's interesting.
that sort of relationship.
Yeah.
Like, cause I don't
interesting.
like, I like love Expedition 33. I like have the SGA plushie. I got the like vinyls for the soundtrack. Like Lorien Testard is a genius. Like but that's like where it ends.
Yeah.
You know? And I'm not, because that's like I gotta get to work. You know what I mean? Like but I on the flip side, I enjoy learning more about the history of the things that I guess the way I engage a lot is with history and like context and additional like I would watch a documentary about the creation of Expedition 33.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Totally.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
There's, I think, a mystique to things that when you have that neural plasticity of being a little younger and you get like things embed themselves as like the foundation of it. It's like no matter how long I live here, I'm never going to have a full American accent, right? Like it's just like it would be work. It would be time spent curating. No matter how many like languages someone learns, their strongest is always going to be the one that they got when their brain was at their squishiest. But like, I can't think of anything that I'm like obsessed with that I was not pretty obsessed with at like 16. But maybe early 20s still.
Yeah.
But then after that, it's like the soft nostalgia buff pushes it a little up.
Yeah.
I get like a little extra help for like game shows that were only in the UK between 6:30 a.m. and 7 a.m. on a Wednesday. They're like, you guys remember Raven?
That's interesting because I think I do still get obsessed with things in the same way that I did as a young person.
that's cool. Though.
Yeah, and I feel like very fortunate to sort of be able to like tap into that space, but like I don't get to choose it. I don't get to like sort of be like
it finds you.
Yeah, exactly. I don't get to be like, oh, I really like this thing and I want to engage with it more. It's like I'll just like watch something or read something or play something, and then it'll be like, oh, and this is my life now for the next 6 to 24 weeks.
Okay, well, I do
have
that.
a very-
In fairness, I do that. It's just the way that I engage with it, I guess, is like, it's more in the, like, for example, I've been on a freaking bender playing Pokemon VGC because it was like, it's like the competitive Pokemon battling stuff. And a creator friend of mine ran a tournament that was like an invitational, and we were all matched with like professional players in this thing because it's like got an esport element. And it's like one of the things that'll be happening at the Pokemon Championships. Nice. And so, and I got like super into it, and I've been going so deep, and I've like built study materials for myself, and I've like all this stuff. And it's like, because I don't know why, it's like, it's very engaging and it's connecting me deeper to something that I care about. And it also has all these other elements of stuff I love. I like have played strategy games my whole life. I've like done, like competitions and various things my whole life and that like type of thing. And then also I've engaged with the community of people who play this for a living and like the types of conversations. And there's also it's very similar to like sports, where it's like, I also am interested in the storylines of players and their journeys, and like kind of watching that type of thing unfold. Like with Smash Brothers, it's like, I don't really play competitive Smash Brothers Melee or Ultimate at all, but I watched like Supernova this weekend, and I was like, oh my God, this is so hype. Or like last week, there was a tournament, a major tournament where Lod, a player who had been competing for 20 years, and he's a doctor. He's like a hand surgeon now.
Whoa, good crossover.
Yeah, no, that's literally, I think that's why. It was him in the finals versus this kid, Rap Monster, who's like a 19-year-old kid who plays Luigi and who's like this new upcoming thing. He's younger than the game. Like that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's been listening to the Bright Sessions since he was a baby.
Yeah. And then Lod won, like, he was like the first, like he won this tournament. It's like the first major he's ever won in his career. And it's like 20 years into his like competing career. And I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. That's so cool.
Wow.
And then also Luigi is a character that everyone thought was bad for the entirety of the thing. And then there was like small communities trying to make it work. And then someone kind of broke through and suddenly it changes the whole narrative on like what people thought about this 20-year-old game. And I think that's like super interesting.
That's so cool.
Yeah. But anyway,
I think, I just realized like I think the last time I was like obsessed with something new was when we were working together and seeing the way that Evan, Musicman Spectacular, Evan Chambers, look him up, find his address, head on over to his house, grab him by the shoulders, kiss him the cheek, seeing him produce music and do stuff like that got me into it.
Yeah.
And then similarly, I think anything I'm been enthusiastic about is always kind of a recursive thing.
Yeah.
Like, which I guess is fandom in many cases, especially the transformative fandom, but like getting locked in on a new game and then all of a sudden, like I was enjoying Final Fantasy VII Remake and then a lot of us were playing it at the same time.
That was the best.
My enthusiasm skipped to a 10.
And then we went to the Square Enix cafe.
Yeah, it was
like last week or whatever.
You got a very gray curry.
It was based on the metal slime from Dragon Quest.
It was supposed to be gray.
Yes, it's thematically gray, but it is interesting that they chose that specific.
That food.
There are various colors, like for example, orange that they could have used to represent a slime from Dragon Quest, which would maybe line up more with a curry, but I digress.
I guess every other katsu curry is that.
Yeah.
That's the orange
the guy
slime.
had to do something different.
Yeah, and then what was different was make it gray, so I had to close my eyes so that it didn't make me think I was eating metal. Anyway, but V Friends is like, if there's like an iceberg of fandom, V Friends is like the tip of the iceberg poking above the water, and then that's it. And then Gary Vee's like, buy my iceberg tips. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing beneath the surface. You will have tips of ice until the end of time, and everyone will remember that it didn't go much deeper than that.
What was it? Gentle Giant's gonna have a glow up?
I sent Jacob some screenshots
Gentle
of the
Giant's gonna have a massive glow up.
massive glow up. Intuitive Iguana will have his day.
He'll have his day.
It's just like, why? Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
What about it?
That's what I mean.
Because it has to.
So yeah.
What does a glow up mean for Gentle Giant? Like,
It's that he looks like shit. He looks like absolute garbage.
It looks like
the glow up is just getting good art.
Yeah,
looks like,
no, seriously.
It looks like Homer on the Tracy Ullman show before they got it right.
Yeah. So I did go to like Last Sold on eBay, which is like where you can see actual sales because people.
Oh, interesting.
Because there's a big thing on eBay. This is like a pro tip if you haven't really used eBay, is that you'll search for something and someone will have like a buy it now price of something that's like $50.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, that's more expensive than I thought. But if you look at Last Sold and then you see that it's actually $20, you could like offer someone like $20 and they might accept your offer because really they were just trying to
Sell something quickly.
They were trying to watermark the idea of the price at a higher thing or give the perception that their thing is more valuable than it is because if everybody's
Gentle Giants.
Because if there's no sales data, the price is whatever I say it is.
Right.
Anyway, Gentle Giant is selling for $2. So get in now.
Well, yeah, because once he's got his glow up.
Now, who bought this one for $20? See, that's the thing where I'm like, this is just someone's gonna get a rude awakening in like a year where like how NFTs all went to zero.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can mainly these like full circle connective things. They feel like it keeps coming up, but like how it must be so confusing when you're a bloodless, ghoulish executive to keep seeing the consensus from just normal people that the thing that you're proposing makes no fucking sense and has no appeal.
Yeah.
Going, yeah, right, you don't even have a boat. And then launching the thing, it being widely mocked and not successful again and again and again. How often does this have to happen until someone like, well, what's wrong? Is it that I'm not listening, or is it that the people?
Did you see the the end of Oak Street, that new like Ewan McGregor Anne Hathaway movie?
No.
It's about like their neighborhood moves and then there are dinosaurs. Like it's kind of like an adventure
Interesting.
thing.
How did this is?
Well, and there's a dog in the movie, I guess. And so Warner Brothers, I'm pretty sure it's Warner Brothers, decided to do a like AI dog podcast
That's
promo.
what that's from?
That's what that's for. And the comments are brutal.
We should pull that up because I have seen just images of that.
And it's like, and then I watched the thing and I was like, this is just bad. Like, even without it being AI, this is just like, it's not funny. The voices are bad. Like, and guaranteed they're going to like continue to do it, even though they're
It costs them nothing
in the comments. It's nuts. Yeah. And also, like, what a weird promo for, like, I get that there's a dog in the movie, but like,
Like a dinosaur.
Like no one has a connection to the dog. Like,
well, right. Like your movie's about dinosaurs. Like,
Yeah.
it's like Jurassic Park. Yeah. I
Make
don't
it
know.
Obi-Wan.
Yeah.
You loved Buzz Lightyear, and now he has a podcast. And it's like, I don't like really engage with him for his ideas.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, you know
liked
what I
him.
mean? Like
The film Toy Story, I kind of
Yeah.
get him.
The dog doesn't talk in the movie, presumably.
yeah.
Wait, hang on. The
Like,
poster for this movie with dinosaurs, there's a little dinosaur in the background. There should be a big dinosaur on the front saying this movie has me in it.
Yeah, I really don't.
Oh, we have to listen to this with sound because
But you weren't just there for the ear scratches. You did some serious action work too, right?
Oh, yeah.
Running, jumping, dodging dinosaurs, and when things get really bad, I come back to help distract
running,
them.
the
So while
no
the humans
intonation,
panicked,
whatever.
I know.
Running,
Dog
jumping
handled it.
dinosaurs.
There are AI voices that are better than this.
Yeah,
There's
it's
just
like no
normal
thought
voices.
was. Is he a blue healer?
Oh yeah, I think so.
To shout out to that kind of dog, though.
And it's just that creepy, uncanny thing.
Yeah.
I did unfortunately catch Ollie watching this podcast the other day.
Oh my god! And Ollie's been saying
Ollie.
some really.
He's in the alt-right
He's saying
pipeline.
some
Yeah.
that's why we don't give him a mic.
yeah, he's saying
He's, like,
some
developed this
misogynist stuff
parasocial-
lately.
Yeah, he's been
Yeah.
saying a lot about how like women shouldn't be able to vote because they can't do jujitsu.
He's been saying a lot about how much he hates British people.
Is true.
He's like, somebody get these dinosaurs out of here.
These Brontos out of here.
But yeah, like Warner Brothers is not going to learn anything from this. Like to your
No.
point, like they're just going to be like, oh well, so the AI just needs to not be dogs. It needs to be Anne Hathaway.
That's
Actually,
right. But they should be bigger.
like should we do this with dinosaurs then? Like,
Have you seen? And this is maybe not something we need to talk about, but how that people are doing conspiracy theories about Anne Hathaway's pregnancy because of
No.
she was pictured on like a red carpet, and people who have never talked to a woman in their lives are like, that doesn't look like a proper pregnant belly.
That's right.
God,
Because
this is such a thing with like
why-
pregnant women.
Like, literally, what are you like?
Yeah.
when you're pregnant, it's big, perfectly circle.
Yep.
Big, perfectly circle.
It goes from totally flat to just
People
big
are
perfect
like
circle.
they're
And you
sharing.
hold it, you
they're
go-
showing diagrams that may as well be taken from like WikiHow. And it's like, I'm noticing this doesn't line up with
Yeah.
the
Just the
appropriate-
emoji of the pregnant woman.
With that, I'm always curious as to like, what is the thing behind this that you want to like what is Anne Hathaway trying to do by
Lie to
pretending
me.
to be pregnant?
Well,
you know?
I think, and this is unfortunate, I think that if I'm putting my thinking cap on, it's connected to how everyone wants to believe that everyone in Hollywood is in some sort of grand conspiracy.
Yes.
Sure.
And
yes.
so instead of thinking about how Anne Hathaway has really strong core and abs, and if someone has a really strong core, maybe the way that their pregnant belly looks is like slightly different.
Yeah.
Very tall. But,
And
you
it's
know.
also not all pregnancies are the same, and there's like tons of variance in all of this.
So the baby comes out different.
And that's interesting. No,
Are you sure?
And
I haven't
instead
seen
of
them,
that, instead it's like, no, Anne Hathaway is faking her pregnancy because the underground Hollywood elites are trying to
Do something. I mean,
they're trying
like,
to
you know,
make us like Anne Hathaway.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah, so it
yeah.
goes somewhere. Like, and you're just like, I don't know what this is.
I don't know. It's something's happening that's interesting for me to post about.
Well, and I also think that the people just like hate thinking about women's bodies if it's not like in a sexual way,
Yeah.
you know?
You're right. It is so. I feel like if there is a default thing to like just instinctively rail against, it is something about a woman presenting herself in any way, anywhere. and like, the Met Gala, Zendaya wearing all white.
I don't
He's
think
trying
so.
to become a white person. But to do white genocide also? I don't know what I believe, but I know I don't like it.
But I
really,
don't
it's
like that a woman is doing something that I don't approve of.
But too many of the girlfriends in Spider-Man are black, and it's making me
Yeah,
angry.
and I was just saying, in reality, it's like someone did a weird color grade job after the photographer released the photo.
They're
It's like not the real photo.
But imagine if it happened.
Oh no, but see,
Oh God, that's such a thing too.
And then people do say that.
Yeah,
They do say, well,
constantly.
no, but you can imagine it.
Yeah,
And I'm like, I can imagine a lot of things.
Well, and with AI images now too, it's like, well, but this could be real, and it's speaking to a real feeling, or speaking to like a, and it's like, but it's not real.
Yeah,
and, that is
here's an
important.
image of a dog with wings, and it's speaking to a real feeling of how cool it would be if a dog had wings.
That'd be pretty rad, right?
I
That's the way
can't
we
argue
get
with
it.
that.
Yeah, Peeps, you were.
I was just gonna say, I have a little aside. I was talking to Jordan about this last night, but there was an experiment in 2025 where, and the only way this relates is pregnant women, where
do tell.
they conducted, this comes from the National Library of Medicine.
Okay.
They did an experiment where a female researcher pretended to be pregnant and got on the Milan metro system, and they, over 138 rides, they counted how many people would offer her their seat. And it was about like 37% of people would. But then that was the control group. They did an experimental one where that same researcher rode the metro a bunch, but also a man in a full Batman costume would get on the metro at the same time. And the amount of people that offered her their seat jumped to 67%.
Wait, what? What does that prove?
How did they get
Dark
to?
Knight.
I feel like there's got to be a stage between like a normal observer and Batman.
Yeah, like what?
You know
how
what I
did they
mean?
come
Just
up with that
because
experiment?
Batman was there, more people were like,
Right there was a guy dressed as Jesus Christ.
Yeah, yeah. Batman, that I'm a good person.
Yeah,
it's
I
where-
mean, if Batman's here, I got to make sure he doesn't beat me up.
Also, I mean,
That's
dude
so
fell off. I
bizarre.
thought Bruce Wayne had a lot of money.
Yeah.
He was running the freaking subway.
What happened to the Batmobile
he's a
in the
New
shop?
Yorker.
but that also implies that people are like, this is the real Batman. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He's going to beat me up if I don't offer
He's gonna
his
beat me up,
movies.
like just like the Joker to not give up his
That is
seat.
so
I
bizarre.
wonder if it's like a second guessing thing. It's like you didn't give it a second thought that you didn't get up for your seat, even though there was like a placard behind you that says
Right.
like, please offer your seat to like a pregnant lady, or someone who's old, or who needs help, or
I
just be a
wonder if
fucking
it-
citizen.
Or like
Well, I wonder if it is
Mr.
just
Freeze or something.
just tied to like being more aware of your surroundings. Because
Right,
if normal
yeah.
people are getting on the bus, I'm looking at my phone, I'm not doing anything. But if Batman gets on, I'm like, oh wow,
There's-
that woman
that
is
woman's
pregnant.
pregnant.
Yeah,
Oh, let's get
there's
her.
plausible deniability too, because it's like you see someone in your peripheral vision and you're like, well, if I don't look at them, they don't
I
exist.
don't notice that they need to sit down.
You're looking at a guy in a full Batman
And then you
costume.
look at Batman and you're like, they got me. They got me with Batman.
yeah, you throw in a
I
cape
saw the
and a
pregnant
cowl.
woman.
Yeah, and I've unfortunately seen the pregnant woman.
Wouldn't it feel so good to be one of those like skeptics on the Gotham News, like early Batman?
Yeah.
And they're like, what do you think of this Batman? The cape and a cowl vigilante? We can't have these guys. We got good police officers that can do the job. And then you also someone else gets to be the one that's like, he's the only hero. He saved my lollipop from Mr. Freeze or whatever. I love him. That's gotta feel so good.
Yeah.
This is an aside. Do you guys see the new Spider-Man?
Not yet. No spoilers.
Okay, yeah, no
You wouldn't
spoilers.
get it.
It's good. It's
Boys
good.
only.
Boys only.
The last thing we wanted to talk about was, is it someone is saying that you should avoid your child being bullied by making them be normal?
Kinda. So,
Okay.
as with many things that we talk about, it starts with the TikTok.
Of a white
course.
woman.
It's like the Star Wars crawl at the beginning. Ohio, a long time ago.
Yeah.
A white woman in a kitchen.
Yeah. Oh man, it's a nice kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the white woman in white kitchen is the equivalent of 19-year-old holding the thing to their mouth in yellow bathroom.
I was
Yeah.
or Andrew Tate next to Bugatti.
Either way, they're all sleep paralysis demons.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Nightmare blood.
Parents, do not let your child be weird. Now, I made a post about this a while back, and it's funny, I've seen a lot of people who have taken it since then and then put their own spin on it. But let me be very clear on what that means.
Before she explains what she means, let's guess.
Guess what
Yeah.
it means to be
What
weird.
could the iteration
Don't
possibly
let your child be weird.
Don't let them like things or express feelings.
Or like, I'm like, I don't know what weird means to her, but it's giving someone who was like popular in high school. You know what I mean?
Don't let them deserve to be bullied.
No Five Nights at Freddy's.
I'm trying to. I feel like
you were screwed.
No color in their hair.
Oh no!
None of that.
Oh my gosh!
No woodland creature style non-binary.
No magical
No
realms.
non-binaries.
No non-binaries.
No moss in their rooms.
No Vans, no Converse.
I might be outdated on this. My instinct just immediately always goes to like gender performance failure as the default. Like, don't let your boys cry and don't let your. But I feel like
don't let your boy should always wear blue and your girl should always wear pink.
Yeah,
But
girls have to have long hair, boys have to have short hair.
I feel like that's now like it's still operational. Like it's still very present and expected or whatever, but like and enforced in a lot of places. But I think it's chic to not say that anymore. I think it's chic to say like boys can cry or whatever. Feel like it's going to be in that realm. Something around
there's
like
going to be some gender normativity.
Do you think
don't let them not go to the party?
Do you identify with being a weird kid in school?
Yeah, I was bullied relentlessly.
Yeah.
And that you deserve it.
And that was good.
Oh, I 100% deserve it.
Yeah.
Because my parents loved me, and so they which is great. So they like let me be weird.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I guess they didn't have TikTok back then.
No. Yeah.
What's funny is I feel like when I was in school, weird was a very tangible topic. Like I could list off the things.
Yeah.
But now in retrospect, I'm kind of looking at it like through the like warped lens and going like, well, it's just vibes though.
Yeah, because weird
the way
is,
I walk
it's in
or
the eye
something?
of the beholder, I suppose.
I do think that the gender normativity is really a huge part of it. And I
Yeah.
also think it's just sort of like when you're a kid, it's just sort of like, it's so based on appearance and the way that you dress. And like I was bullied for being chubby, you know, it's like, that was kind of the main thing.
Yeah.
And it's like,
oh, I had that.
yeah. So it's just like, failing to perform, like being a perfect human specimen.
Yeah, 'cause it's like-
basically,
it's
in
like in
whatever
the-
way that means.
It's like if you imagine just like thinking about like evolutionary psychology, like being in the out group is bad. Like, and so I think that like children who have no empathy, like, but have this like, maybe I'm just making this up, but have a normal human drive to connect and be in community. It's very easy to other people.
It's a shortcut.
It's a shortcut to just like, you don't belong.
I'm not part of something, so I'm going to make someone so much less part of something that by default I'm part of something.
And and then I secure my position in something.
Yeah.
Which is like, very intuitive, and I don't even really begrudge like kids for their first order thinking.
No way.
But like there's the issue is when, I don't know, a parental figure maybe encourages it.
It's saying,
or
"Don't
a
let your kids be
teacher.
weird."
I'm like, interesting. So this
Oh, you're
person's
right,
a
actually.
teacher too.
Oh, she is.
My
Jeez.
sister
She teaches not being weird.
was a teacher, and she said, "Stop being weird, or I'll stuff you in the locker."
And it works.
And it works.
It works.
Taught every level, lots of kids with varying exceptionalities, and have seen it in the classroom.
I do like the term various exceptionalities.
Yeah.
That's an interesting
That's a
framing.
euphemism for
That's a
something.
euphemism for something, and I don't really know what.
Let me tell you what you need to avoid. Yes, your child should be unique. Yes, they should have their own style. Yes, they don't need to be exactly like everyone else.
Biggest butt ever.
However, if your child has habits and tendencies that are causing them to be ostracized in school, they do not have peer relationships, it has gone too far.
If they don't have peer relationships, so it's like if they don't have friends
They
at
don't have
all.
friends.
If they're
Yeah.
not popular.
Well, because it's like,
What are the habits and tendencies?
If
These
they're
kind of
getting
vibes.
bullied for things that they like, it's their fault, not the other kids.
That is actually, it is kind of interesting seeing someone like try and reverse engineer social dynamics from base principles.
Yeah.
She's like, well, I was popular, or like, and actually something I do want to throw out is I'm not a big fan of the like the phrenology stuff of like, well, there's the popular kids, then there's the and then the preps, and it's like just it's it's social groups and conditioning, and a lot of the time the first friend you have is like maybe a direction that you drift towards, and then all of a sudden you're one of the emo kids, not because like that was in your birth chart, but just that's
kind
how
of where you ended up. Yeah.
And a lot of the time, like popular kid is ascribed to kind of just like passive, friendly enough kids that just aren't like exceptionally made fun of or like othered in some other way.
Or have status.
Yeah,
Right,
like they might just be rich.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, hey, nothing but love. Similarly to like, if I know someone that grew up wealthy, I don't want to intuitively be like, I don't like this person. But if they, play racquetball with a baby or like do something evil, I'll be like, yeah, I think you're bad.
What's evil about playing? What if the baby's good at racquetball?
Sorry. Something we either got or get around is I said biggest butt ever, as in there's a big butt coming, and I don't want them to think I meant a child with a big butt.
I think because it coincides with her saying however.
Yes.
I think it's probably her.
I think that was clear.
But
I think a big butt is my various exceptionality.
Various exceptionalities.
So the other thing about what she's saying is she's describing someone with no community, and I feel like even being a weird kid, I had friends who were weird like me.
Yeah, I mean, at times where I didn't have friends, it wasn't my what was it, discrete wonkinesses or whatever she said, exceptionalities.
Various exceptionalities.
It was like more to do with my activity, like my hobbies at the time being very isolationist, and like I was a weird kid, but then I don't know. There was one. I just remember one particular summer when I was like maybe like 14, or 13 maybe. I was super lonely, and I just didn't know how to make friends because I had friends, but then I left the high school that I was at, secondary school, and I couldn't figure out how, and I think this is a common adult thing as well, how to like reintroduce that thing that kind of just, you don't really plan when you're a kid. And I think then I happened to get into some more sociable hobbies and joined like some social club stuff and ended up with friends. But I didn't do anything manually. And I didn't
so much
do
of it's
anything
based on
here.
environment. Like I did have a couple years in middle school where like I genuinely didn't have any, like I would eat lunch alone and everything, but I went to a really small school. There were 100 kids in my class. And so it's like sort of falling from one social group before you find another one. You're just kind of like, just kind of free floating because there just like aren't a lot of other kids free floating.
Right.
And so like, but then eventually I like started doing choir and theater, and then it's just like you sort of default hang out with those kids.
Right.
And
And it's just like,
introverted.
I was just like saying, if you have anything, like finding like-minded people is like always the advice that we give for people who are like in college or trying to figure this stuff out there. But like when you're that young, it's really just kind of like
easier said than done.
Who's around?
Yeah.
Proximity.
It's like so.
My first friends were the kids on my street.
Does she mean shy?
Let's let her continue. Let's see.
Let's hear her out.
Yeah, let's hear her.
She's right
Hear me
so
out.
far. With her exceptionality.
It's a very white kitchen.
And a very white woman.
Okay, true.
It literally looks like she's in like the culinary section of heaven.
It looks like we're in the process of painting and we haven't colored in the rest of the room yet.
Yes.
Or we're in like the Take On Me music video.
She's kind of jacked though.
Shout out. Probably plays
Love them
racquetball.
and let them be however they want to be and send them out, because what you're doing is your has gone too far.
Like an Evangelion.
As the parent, you need to parent them. Your job is not to just love them and let them be however they want to be.
Hold on, lady.
Your job is to love them.
Your job is not. I feel like I know what she's trying to say, but saying your job is not to love them.
Yeah, tricky in isolation.
Yeah, like an only
simply
in
only.
there
Yeah, like you
somewhere.
gotta say something. Yeah.
Look, I've been doing this show for years, and I'll be quite frank with you, not always easy saying something cogent off the cuff.
Yeah.
But if I was talking about
recording a video,
parenting my kid,
This is by the way, this is a video by Gendo Ikari. Your job is not to love them. You must put them in the Ava, and you must save Tokyo 3 from the angels.
She should be pushing up her glasses on a balcony.
I just don't. I do see what's happening. Right? It's like it's intuitive, but it's almost like she doesn't have like the dialect for the thing she's talking about. The verbiage isn't there. Like to someone else like-minded, this is clear. No,
Right.
yeah, no.
Yes.
But it's dog whistle isn't fair because that's like implying sneakiness.
Yeah.
But it's it's almost like slang. she's saying like, don't be weird. And then in the back of your brain, like, oh yeah, I remember those things.
I think about like so much of how we view the world through our own lens. And I kind of feel like we're like witnessing someone projecting their like funhouse mirror picture of the world onto us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
don't be like Josh.
I also,
she knew.
I was gonna say, do you think she has like a professional management style one-on-one with her kid, and he's like, "Hey, Timmy, you're fucking weird, and you need to cut that shit out."
Is it
my job is not to love you?
What did I do? What's like weird about?
Oh my God, you have various eccentricities.
Oh, my traits.
Or what was it called?
Yeah, various exceptionalities.
Exceptionalities.
Yeah.
That's very quality
medical.
review.
Yeah.
You have, unfortunately, Blue Shield can't provide you insurance. You have pre-existing exceptionalities.
Yeah, you have various exceptionalities that prevent us from. Your bill is going to be $9 billion.
Yeah, it's like a fancy way of saying like gout.
Or it's something that would be said in a scientific paper.
Yeah.
We've observed in Group
children.
B there were various exceptionalities.
Yeah, it's like a CW TV show where they're doing science, but not in a specific way.
Yeah.
We've detected various anomalies and exceptionalities.
is just a name of a CW show from
Oh yeah, the exceptionalities.
Why are there's like 4 kids that they're exceptionals?
Yeah.
And
The
Everyone else
exceptionals, yeah.
is gray.
The
They're the only ones in color.
Posters, 4 kids, silhouette, like blue background. They're walking into the mist.
Yeah.
There's a stag, and it's like, what's that? You know, it's the Animorphs. That's what I'm talking about.
Is you're sending them out to ridicule and scorn and no positive peer relationships.
Evil Anya Taylor-Joy is right.
Instead,
Oh wow. Oh my God. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I see it.
you need to lovingly guide them and instruct them from a place of love so that they can go out and make positive relationships.
Imagine if you didn't know the context of this video and I told you it was someone talking about Jesus.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Have you seen those YouTubers?
Yeah.
Where it's like, you have to be guided.
You talk about missionaries.
Yeah. Okay, wait. I guess she said you're sending them out for scorn and ridicule.
Yeah, and you have to guide them and instruct them, but instruct them to do what?
I'm going to need an example.
Scorned.
So,
Dumbass.
I will say, we're only like 2/3 of the way through this video, and the rest of this video, she is very vague. She just sort of repeats some of her points. And so people were upset about her saying these things.
Because she said she was going to be very clear and then wasn't?
Yeah. And then people who also stitched this video and were claiming that this sounds like it's sort of like targeting neurodivergent kids who have like differences that they can't control.
Yeah, read the room skills have to be fostered early for success later. What they're talking about is like intuition socially.
Yeah.
But like you can foster it to an extent. But if the exceptionality is like something that
like
your kid is
ASD
intuiting,
or something.
Right, exactly.
That's not something you can just be like, go to sports more.
Also, yeah, it's just talking about like socializing your kids. Like, yeah, you should socialize your kids. Like, you should like bring them to activities and have them hang out with other
to them.
kids.
Yeah,
one of
talk
those.
To them. Yeah,
it kind of feels a little bit like survivorship bias, and I'm actually bundling myself in there because as kind of ostracized and outside as I felt as a kid, I'd say when I was around like 15 or 16.
Super popular.
I felt like funny.
Yeah.
And it was not like I was annoying. And so not like popular in like a mainstream space. But I was like,
with all love in the world to 15-year-olds.
I was like, I didn't have any like profound connections with anyone because I had that veneer, you know, but like.
Yeah, there's huge white veneers.
But I had those gorgeous teeth that unfortunately.
Blinding.
Yeah, incredible.
I had that grill. But then like I just, from there, I think the loneliness aspect kind of reduced. And then I went to college and then work.
Yeah.
That is, I don't look at that and go like, well, just be friendlier and get along with people. It was dice roll, pure luck on my part. So the thing I would probably say to my kid is like, I don't know, let's do some double-blind studies. We gotta figure something out.
Some stuff.
Let's not just be like, can you please stop being annoying?
But it's not like a rubric. Like you failed actually at.
Is it would be like grow up in Gloucestershire?
Could we? Now I want to give her the benefit of the doubt, and I want to go to her page and kind of get her general vibe before we look at the stitches. Well, okay, they're all at the same time. They were all filmed in the same room.
Wow.
This is like a CCTV model in like a. Fit mom Carolyn?
Fit family.
And when I say that tells me all I need to know.
Yeah, okay, so she's fatphobic is what I'm hearing.
Because her name is Fit Mom Carolyn.
Yeah.
I've never seen Carolyn with no...
Yeah, it's Carlin.
Yeah, it's
like
George Carolyn.
Carolyn.
Yeah, she made a follow-up.
I do feel validated because now that she's like says faith is like a part I'm like, okay, she is speaking in that tone.
Yes.
Right, yeah.
So after she got called out for being vague.
Oh my God, she did a video in her car.
It was important. There was no time.
Yeah.
Neurodivergent and weird behaviors. Let's just open this up and discuss it, because sometimes a lot of people will say people that are qualifying as weird behaviors, that's just neurodivergent. I totally can see that, right? I made a whole career in helping kids with neurodivergence to feel more successful and to be more successful. My older daughter is. So I'm intimately acquainted with it and the tendencies that can happen. And sometimes those behaviors can be off-putting in society. I get that someone with neurodivergence, if you're not familiar with that term, just think like ADHD,
but
autism,
that's so vague.
Things like that.
That shit.
Stuff. If you're not familiar with neurodivergent, think of various neurodivergent. Think of various exceptionalities.
Yeah. Weird. You know
What
thing?
do you mean by tendencies? Like,
No, literally.
What does that mean?
And she's like those tendencies. And
Yeah,
I'm
like habits.
Yeah, like,
I've got a habit of being a little socially overwhelmed, but that's just like whatever.
That's so
My
vague.
dopamine receptors don't work quite right, but it's just a
But it's
bad
just like
habit.
it's just a tendency I have.
It's like smoking when I'm drunk.
I have this
Something I do.
tendency where my brain doesn't produce enough neurotransmitters.
But I'm just in that mood.
They can have some tendencies that other people can perceive as weird. I have seen many times that parents will incorrectly just kind of go with, my child is special, I'm just going to let them be and let them be special. But the problem is they still need to have positive interactions with their peers, and they still need to be able to interact in society at large.
Well, those things aren't mutually exclusive.
Are you talking about your kid being an asshole?
Yeah,
like, is
or
that
do
what
they
we're talking about?
are they Cyclops from the X-Men? Like, my kid is very special.
I think if it must feel very, very patronizing to neurodivergent, let's say like teenagers who feel like they get bundled in like lepers, where it is like well, providing we use the proper PPE, then they can come to the hangout or something.
Right,
and
yeah.
it's like, well,
I don't want to catch the ADHD.
Yeah, it might spread. It's that classic. Oh, she's so close.
Yeah.
So you're almost right. You're saying like, oh, the leg broke. We should fix the leg, cut off the leg.
Yeah.
You've got to love them, but you need to keep them in line, because if they're too weird, it's going to be a problem.
Pop them in the dungeon.
Because it's like
kind of exactly what she's saying.
Yeah.
She's like, it's okay that they're different, but you need to make sure that they're not too different so they can feel normal.
It's okay that they're different, but
Right.
it cannot be seen.
And it's I think that like maybe it's like is what we want her to say, like, if you identify that your child engages with the world differently than the other kids, work with them to understand like a healthy way to engage in the world for them.
Maybe something a
and,
bit
like,
more
people are
prescriptive like that.
different.
Yeah.
Like it's just because different people have different needs.
Well, and like, yeah, if your kid is having a really hard time, like, you should work with them to find like coping mechanisms and strategies to help them navigate the world, because the world isn't always tolerant and accepting.
Right,
And
right,
that
right.
is like a reality of things.
Yeah.
But like, I think you can do that in a way that still allows your kid to be themselves, and just sort of explaining like, hey, you seem like I think the first time I was on an episode, we talked about social anxiety, right?
Yeah.
And like,
Oh, yeah.
I have really bad social anxiety, and like, I had to come up with my own like coping mechanisms for that. And like,
That's what it is, right?
yeah, that's what it is.
Don't be weird.
And like, I think that there's a careful balance between like that being a part of who I am, and driven in part by being ostracized as a kid, and also like understanding like the world is not always going to accommodate that. And so like, I have to figure out how to accommodate that for myself. But I think you can find a way to do that with your kid that doesn't like be like, don't be neurodivergent or don't be weird. Like,
I think it's a little like your kid's getting bullied, and then your parent is like siding with the bully. Like in defense, you were kind of being a nerd.
like
It's kind of the same nonsense of like herd immunity, Where it's like, you could just maybe work with your kid, maybe get vaccinated might help. Or, no, I'll just let them get sick over and over again
and
until
get everybody else sick.
Yeah, what's the problem? You don't want to be weird.
Yeah.
It's like weird as an abstraction. Because
it's like a derogatory term.
Yes.
Here.
It's totally
like
optional.
Meaningless.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. But I feel like it has meaning to whomever she's speaking to.
Right.
Because
it is that like Rorschach test.
Yeah. It's like, oh, when I hear that, I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think it is one of the issues here is that she's being so vague. And so it's like whatever that means to you is what she's talking about. And so it's like
very political. Her phrasing is very like diplomacy.
Well, and like if you're big on TikTok, you should understand that like people on the internet are not necessarily going to take everything in good faith. They're already going to read in whatever they want to what you say online. And so if you give them so much vague room to just like put words in your mouth, of course they're going to get mad at you.
It is funny to be like, people are misconstruing my words, so let me make this abundantly clear. There are things that might possibly cause problems. And it's like, huh?
She's like, let me make this perfectly clear, and then just plays the previous one on her phone. Like, this again.
All right, well, let's let her finish this, and then we can get out of here.
She is right.
So some of these behaviors that you do still want to work with your child on with curbing would be things like nose picking. That is when, now all kids can exhibit these, but
so
sometimes...
Hold on, 50 guesses. I wouldn't have
would
even
not
got
have come up with that.
So, also, I was thinking, I think of like a 10-year-old.
I was thinking like a 4-year-old or 5-year-old.
Also, why are we pretending? If you use a tissue, you're still nose picking. Buddy.
Well, the truth of the matter is, everyone picks their nose, and if they don't pick their nose, they're lying.
You're lying.
But if you pick your nose in class, in front of everybody, be very deft about it so that no one can see.
It's like a really good method is to go, like scream like really loud so everybody's like, oh my God, a bug must have gone in.
Yeah, exactly. Really got to get in there.
You know, oh no, another bug got in 4 or 5 times a day.
Got to deal with these bugs in the school.
Jordan's so unlucky.
We should never criticize eBay.
There are actually, I will give some credence to like, if there's one thing that you can tangibly work on or advise on, it is like physical behaviors. Because they're literal, and you can, especially if like social cues and social intuition stuff is something that your kid struggles with, or it just like it does not have access to in a way that would be like practical, then the nice, clear, just binary solution of, well, this not here and not there and not whatever. But like, I think you also have to guide them as to why. Because a kid can just be like, because I'll go to jail.
Well, because
like,
physical things could even be like, if you have like hyperactivity, ADHD, like maybe you're like a kid who's bouncing off the walls or something, and you don't, it's not as simple as like, don't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like about having coping strategies, finding outlets and things, and actually identifying like what is going on. So it's not as simple as like, hey now, you know.
Don't bob your knee in class.
Exactly.
Don't. Yeah.
Kids that are neurodivergent tend to have more of a tendency of it. So nose picking can be extremely off-putting. And I have seen this a lot, even up into middle school students.
This is like a new thing about people with neurodivergence pick their nose way more than normal kids.
Also tend to have tendencies.
Tend to have tendencies.
A phrase that's...
I'm so tired of people, fucking stuff,
I'm sorry, Lee, I'm tending to my nose right now.
She's like a very, very, very well-informed alien who's almost got it right.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't feel like she's malicious, but I do feel like she is unaware of some of the bias, the very strong biases in worldview, like communicated by her like language and like the tone of authority and all these things, you know, like it can give condescending. I don't think she's trying to be condescending, but I think it can give that when you're like, I'm going to lay out how this is. This is how you have to do it.
It's just like the inability to think outside your own experience.
Exactly. Yes.
Which is, it would be a bespoke process. I'm certainly not saying any of this with some advice.
Yeah.
You know, but
I
like,
am.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's about specialities.
Well, to speak outside of my own experience, Lauren, I hope you had a wonderful experience here today.
I did. right.
If you like it, what do you think of us? And say something nice.
The podcast is great. You guys, I had such a great time.
Yeah, no, it's wonderful to see you, and
it is just actually really nice.
You know,
to see
it's really nice
it's great.
to.
It's the first time we've hung out at a wedding
it's
in
always-
2 presidents.
It's always fun to commodify a friendship, so I'm glad you could do that with us here today. Is there anything, I know we talked about Phantom Pulse, but is there anything you want to let people know about, like where to find you?
Yeah, I mean, I'm at Lauren Shippen and at Atypical Artists on like most platforms. If you're on Tumblr, come follow me on Tumblr because I love spending time there, and it's great. If you're not on Tumblr,
let's get people on Tumblr.
Get on Tumblr.
Yeah.
If you're not on Tumblr, why are you listening to Sad Boys?
Yeah, I do think
the cross section of those audiences.
How did you get
There's
here?
got to be a huge cross.
Enormous. The Venn diagram's a big circle.
But no, this has just been so delightful.
Yeah, it's such a great time.
So good to catch up.
We're super excited for you. Excited to see what you get up to next.
Thank you. Likewise.
Jordan and myself, as well as Jacob and Peeps, who's over there as well, are going to be rocking it home is a phrase I just made up on Sad Boyz Nightz, where we're going to be goofing and gaffing and laughing and taffing.
If you want to taff with us,
if you want to get taffing, head on over to patreon.com/sadboys, where you can drop $5 of your discretionary entertainment spending, if you so please, to get like over 100 episodes of Sad Boyz Nightz.
So much taffing. I mean, the taff
so
levels.
much taffing. And we end every episode of Sad Boys with a particular phrase.
We love you.
And we're sorry.
Boom.
Gucci girl, how you doing? How you moving, girl? Moving, girl. How's your day looking? That future girl, yeah, we on now. Take my money, go away, all you want it. Girl, too rich for me.